With a common denominator.
And I need all of you to stop what you're doing and listen.
Let's talk about something important. Put that coffee down.
I'm not here to waste your time.
Where else you gonna have this much fun?
You the man. You the man. Todd, father.
Show me the money.
What I've been doing, had to triple my bag.
Had to triple my bag.
Wow.
Had to triple my bag.
Wow.
Had to triple my bag.
Yeah.
Had to triple my bag.
60% of the time, it works every time.
That doesn't make sense.
Well, it's no trick to make a lot of money. All you want is to make a lot of money.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another duo live show here at Learn Crypto. My name is Nick Hellman, aka the Crypto Hitman.
And I am Todd Butterfield, Wyckoff on Crypto.
Let's go. The man with the plan taking us all to Lambo land. We have a lot of things to talk about here. Obviously, if you've been following along, we are right once again. Bitcoin looking weak. Ethereum getting slaughtered. The Coinbase, MicroStrategy, RIOT, all getting smashed. But we took profits. We're looking for lower entries. So today we're going to talk about, are we getting close to the entries? Have we taken the entries? And what are our target crypto and stocks to buy on this dip? Make sure to hit that like, share, and subscribe button if you like daily updates on both crypto and stock, technical analysis, fundamental analysis, and news. And shout out to everybody in here. Zimmy Jim, Big House, Yannick, and the list goes on and on. Joe C., Carrie Butterfield, that is good to see ya. If you want 24/7 access to Todd, Father, and myself, join us at patreon.com/learncrypto and stop being left behind in these markets. Get on these dips, collect those profits, and you'll know exactly when, where, and how to buy these assets. What do you got going on today, Todd?
I mean, we've been on fire here calling these short-term moves, so looks like we topped out as said the last couple of days, so I would expect a little bit more rollover. We'll go over that after you go over a few news items or updates here.
Yeah, so if you want to throw me the screen here, you can see over here at BeyondFOMO.com, our preferred data website versus CoinGecko or CoinMarketCap. Bitcoin at 26,720. Ethereum still underperforming, near $1,500. Tether remaining to keep its peg. BNB remaining to stay above $200 at 205. Let's see the biggest losers for the 7 days. This is Thorchain, Rune. This thing was on a rip. We said we want to buy a dip. We have not pulled the trigger yet, but every single live show we kept saying it's going to go lower, it's going to go lower, it's going to go lower. And now in the past 2 days, it's gone down another 15 cents for us here. We are looking at that and eyeing that for a trade. Rollbit down 17% in the past 7 days, still maintaining a $400 million market cap. That is in the GambleFi sector. Many of us are invested in Dead Prez Casino, which is now launched in beta and will be launching its USA token November 1st. So keep an eye out for that. If you're not invested in the private round, that is something I think you should be interested in buying at the public round. At a $1 million market cap, even if it can get a fraction of this market share from Rollbit, you're looking at massive gain opportunities. And the biggest winners for 7 days, we got FractShare, RNDR, and Clay. None of those of which we hold their trade. RNDR has been mentioned in this chat box by a few community members, so shout out to you guys. If you have been trading that or owning that, it is. Although it's only 4% in the last 7 days, it's outperforming everything else in the top 100. Todd, if you want to take a look at the charts, again, if you guys have any fundamental questions, news questions, or technical analysis questions, throw them in the chat box. We let the community in the chat kind of direct these live shows.
All right, let's go back to the SPY chart like we normally do. You can see the red dot is overbought. We had an oversold reading back there on the 22nd. We actually didn't buy until the 25th and 26th for our stock groups and took some small profits. Still got 3 holdings that we're still long, seeing if they can hold in here on a pullback. But again, SPY overbought. We're still sitting here at 50.08 right now. We did recover about 0.318 or 0.382 of the decline today, so we are bouncing. But let's see how the close goes. I still think we're going to work lower for a week or so here, and that's probably going to drag down Bitcoin because it continues to act sloppy. So here's the QQQ. Same type of thing. We got to sell 2 days ago. Got confirmation from SPY yesterday. Some of my Wyckoff Wave groups are just now got overbought. My WWN, the Wyckoff Wave New Index. You can see our 54.4 still in the QQQ. So again, some type of pullback. This does look like, if that was a wave 4 that I labeled it in the blue, looks a little bit like an ABC. So we're going to monitor that. If you're bullish, we've got to be able to hold some sell-offs here in the next few days and then turn back to recovery highs for this rally from the wave 4. If not, we leave this ABC behind and we're going to go to new lows. So definitely got to watch that. Let's go over a few more things here. TLT, right up to the previous support level. As you can see here, got overbought yesterday. Today, big downturn. That's definitely adding to the pressure on stocks. TLT just continues a disaster. In the last, last 5 years, I thought I saw like $50 billion has ran into this, and it's down like 48%. So definitely nothing to write home about. GDX, same type of thing. It rallied back to what was some previous support. It is overbought as well, still 53.8. So looking for some type of pullback here that I would like to be a buyer on. XLE, I took some pretty big gains on that. And looks like it still could roll over again. Looking for a buy signal there to be able to purchase that. We did the buy on June 26th and actually got stopped out in the opening there at 87 and change, kind of where we're trading right now. So not much more to add there.
Yeah, Big House said found out that one of the founders of Matic stepped down, causing more heat in the token. Yeah, the day that happened, we actually made a post in the private Discord talking about that, and we actually gave a little quick short-term short on Matic that ended up being a winner for many people. So yeah, that doesn't help in a bear market when one of your founders is stepping down.
What's up, Moonshine? And back to Apple.
Can't fight the bed.
I've got it got overbought 3 days ago. It has extended higher the last couple of days. Technometer 59.7. So looks like still Apple surely could pull back here some as well. And then we'll see how it acts on a pullback. So again, general stock market indices overbought, looking like we could roll over. And let's go back to the duo screen.
Yeah, there's not much to talk about when it comes to news today. Really, every single headline is just talking about the court case with SBF and Carolyn or whatever her name is. Yeah, essentially, it's what we all thought. It's complete fraud. They were using customer funds to sell Bit going down, trying to push it below $20,000, shorting it. They were making sure that Alameda Research had an unlimited supply of money. Their trading accounts couldn't get liquidated and had faster fills than all their clients. And the list goes on and on. Apparently, they were hacked multiple times. Several of those were not made public. They were just pushed under the rug. So full-on fraud. So to everybody who is using that exchange, I hope you get as much money as you can back. I hope the lawyers can claw back as much funds as possible. And not only along with that, it also looks like there's some conspiracy of collusion with the SEC and FTX. Essentially, FTX, Sam was feeding kind of bogus information about Binance. And Gary Gensler and some of these people were talking about how they're going to go after Binance, essentially trying to catch Binance up and push all those users and all those funds and all those fees over to FTX. Imagine if FTX didn't blow up. They did what they did to Binance now, where now no U.S. citizens can use Binance. Binance U.S. is so regulatory constrained that it pretty much can't even do business. Where do those users go? All they could go to is FTX or Coinbase. That is kind of collusion and degeneracy at the highest level, and it's pretty crazy that, that they were the biggest donors to all these officials, Democratic officials, and all these different colleges and whatnot, and they got away with it for a while, and we'll see if he actually gets punished. I hope he gets punished. I mean, this is clear-cut fraud, and his ex-girlfriend pretty much, some of the stuff she said was almost unbelievable, but she was saying it in court under oath and pointing to the finger to Sam, and his mantra of, I didn't realize what was happening, pretty much went out the window with everything she had to say.
Crazy.
Do you think that's causing additional sell pressure on the market, Todd? I think it just doesn't shine a good light on crypto, and it doesn't help when we're in the depths of a bear market.
It definitely doesn't help, but we've already, people have taken a lot of losses from that, and I think we've lost a lot of small players that were on leverage and going crazy here. So we got to bring in these these stock investors bringing in 5% of their portfolio into Bitcoin, et cetera, I think, with Paul Tudor Jones and BlackRock and everyone else involved. So I'm going to run back. I'm going to run back to MicroStrategy here real quick because we've had another good trade in that MicroStrategy chart. We had the big trade there in June. We've had two quick scalps here, September, October. We sold 337.31, I think it was yesterday. We're sitting here at 324. So again, we just think a little bit lower here short term. On the daily chart, you know, this is looking like a Wyckoff backup. So we do like it on the daily, but we just felt like, you know, we pocketed another, I think it was $21 on the upside. We had a small trade right before that. So just trying to stay alive, increase our bag, and be ready for what hopefully will be a gangbuster rally here soon. Look at RIOT, same thing real quick. Same type of thing. We sold that at, what was it, 996 on a stop, I believe, yesterday. We're sitting here at 923. You can see the oversold, overbought readings that we was trying to trade off of. So that trade worked again. Now I'm going to bring up coin. I'll go to the join screen. You can talk about coin a little bit. Nick?
Yeah, cool. So, you know, quickly, this is kind of what our Discord looks like, our private Discord. You can see how easy it is to follow these trades. And yeah, we closed RIOT for 13.58% gains, MicroStrategy for 6.55% gains, and coin we got stopped out at 77.33 for 8.8% gains. If we look at the chart there, it's kind of the similar thing. You know, we have levels. We thought breaking above that 78 level is important. We had a big surge in price, but we've given it up. We had a profit stop in place, and there's just no real rush to get involved with a buyback here. We're not oversold. We're not really at a fib level, and Bitcoin is looking very weak. We're below the 200 moving average, so we're just continuing to trade coin, RIOT, and MicroStrategy like a champ, and hopefully we can continue to do the same with Bitcoin, Ethereum, BNB, and Solana. And that's kind of what we've been doing and how we've been playing this. This isn't fun. The bear market is never fun. We do have hodl bags and passive income bags, but when we're sitting here in the bear market, trading this chop, trading these opportunities at a high rate in both the traditional markets and the crypto markets has been a very big success over the course of this year, and we're going to continue to try to do that while trying to continue to buy these back, because we do believe when this next Bitcoin bull market happens that these are going to be the major winners of the traditional markets for the crypto sector. That's why we continue to trade them, because we're not afraid we're going to get caught holding the bag, because regardless, when the bull market comes, these are going to be major winners.
All right, I'm going to go back to my screen here and just show a few more individual stocks that I've talked about on here regularly. ANET, ANET, I am still long that one. It had a sell-off yesterday, recovered, looked good this morning early. So that one I still think probably is going to try to continue higher as long as stocks don't get slapped hard here. LSTR, I've talked about. Landstar. That one is underperforming here since you can see the green arrow buy that I had. So I've got small losses there. QLYS, another one. I want to go over Disney also as well here in a minute. QLYS, same type of thing. Sell off here the last 2 days, but hoping it'll catch itself. CDNS is one that I've mentioned various times. This one has broken out. Again, some more Wyckoff accumulation and then reaccumulation. And then one more here maybe. CTAS. That one's having a good day. Give up some of the gains, but again, showing the Wyckoff backup. Kind of tilted upward. There's been so much demand there, so it looks like CTAS could extend it higher if these markets are going to continue higher. So just a few ideas there that I could be long or watching, etc.
Big House wanted you to take a look at the Link USDT chart. What's going on? Hasta la vista, Barbie. Welcome back. Joe C says, pay attention to Link with the CCIP upgrade. Yeah, we've been talking about the CCIP upgrade. There is probably an opportunity. This is the first time in the history of the Link token in which the token holders are actually going to be able to participate in the successes of the business itself. So it is a massive upgrade for token economics of Link coming with that CCIP upgrade.
All right, let me go back here, go to the Bitcoin chart real quick. We're going to roll through some of these. Bitcoin, you can see here, again, looks like we've had a backup. Just didn't like the rally. It looks a little ABC-ish on the rally up there to 28.6. Technometer today is 43.44. We did get close to overbought on that rally to 28.5. That's why we recommend you do not chase that. I talked about maybe come back down below 26,000. I mentioned that a couple days ago. I still think probably that's in the cards. But the technometer neutral doesn't look like any reason to jump in yet. Ethereum USD chart. Technometer here is 38.5 on some of these. You can see we broke to a new low. We sold that at 1931 and 1831 on the breakdown. And then we took like an $85 point trade out of that and sold it at 1669, I believe the number was. So, looks really kind of weak here. Technometer 39.5. So the last oversold readings were good for bounces. So maybe we jump on a bounce here, but I still think we're too early. I don't think we want to do that till middle of next week.
And really, you're at critical support levels with it, kind of back to the lows of the previous 2 wicks. So it's just high risk with stocks right now looking red and Bitcoin looking weak and ETH kind of underperforming. It would be much easier to try to play a bounce if we got some kind of capitulation wick, but maybe that's too easy and what everybody's waiting for. So we'll just have to see.
There's a WWCI, Wyckoff Wave Crypto Index I put together. Technometer there, 42.9. Actually got a little more overbought today. There's not a lot of sell volume coming in. So again, setting on the sidelines, and then we're going to bring up Link. Let's go to the 9-month chart. I've been telling everybody kind of try to hold off here and buy a dip. So far, that's mostly working. Again, Nick had mentioned Rune has pulled back, RNDR. Those are a couple little lower caps that might be worth looking at. But on Link, Technometer neutral at 44. Not much to add. Would be on that if we give a buy on Ethereum, etc. So.
Yeah, and we've also, Rune's down about 15 cents since our last live show. We said that was going to go lower. We haven't jumped on it yet, but that continues to trend lower. Doge is down as well. We said keep having patience on Doge. When Doge was 6.5 cents, everybody wanted to FOMO in. We said I think a retest of 5.5, and then we'll start looking at it. Right now we're at 5.7 cents, so we want to get involved with that soon. We do know that Elon said that X will become an all-in-one financial platform by the end of the year. I think there will be an integration of Bitcoin and Doge, which will send Doge massively higher. So we don't want to miss that, but we don't want to get involved just too early. Like I said, it's at 5.7 cents. 5.5 cents is kind of where I was looking to get involved with Doge because we don't have that as a hodl bag. We don't trade that all that often just because it is a very large cap meme coin. We prefer to play like Floki or something a little smaller where we can get bigger gains out of it when we do try to hold and trade it. Josie said, Mas Cabral says, hey guys, I have a question, Nick. How is your fundamental vision of Cake? PancakeSwap is still the largest AMM on BNB, on BSC chain. They've integrated OP, Polygon, Ethereum, and some others. They are starting to go deflationary. Right now, I think it's like $1.25. These are around the levels where we first got involved with Cake. Man, has it been 2 or 3 years ago? APR is pretty low for the pools, but I mean, if they go deflationary and you can still earn 5 to 8 to 10% APR in other tokens, it's not a bad play for an AMM token. We do have hodl bags of that. We do have those in pools, and we've been selling rewards on a weekly basis, monthly basis, but we are not adding to that position on the STIP as we feel like we have enough exposure. We've traded enough, and there might be some limited upside just because it is an AMM token and is finding more and more competition during this bear market. Big House says, if S&P 500 loses the daily 200 moving average, it equals big problems. Institutions eyeing that average. The 200 moving average is a pretty typical moving average that a lot of people have their eyes on, but sometimes it's not quite that simple. You get a fake out to the downside with a 1 or 2 day wick, and then it continues the uptrend. I don't know, Todd, do you look at the 200 moving average at all? I know it's not a big component of Wyckoff or Elliott Wave.
No, not really. I mean, I'm usually aware of where it's at, but I don't pay enough attention to that now. Nope. Here, I'm going to go over Disney real quick. This is one that's been a horrible underperformer, but I have seen some charts. It does kind of look like maybe it's done 5 waves down on Elliott Wave. I don't like throwing Elliott Wave on individual stocks. I don't really do that. You won't see me do that, but this looks kind of like a triangle here, A, B, C, D, E, and then maybe we're mousing around. So this is what I'm going to watch to see if it surprises on the upside. If it gets above that 86.40 level, back into this trading range, I'd be impressed. So that might be a dog that needs to be looked at, that maybe you could buy and hold. I know there's been some people in the stock Discord and the crypto Discord talking about putting that in their retirement accounts and holding it for a few years here. So that might make sense. So we're going to watch that in the days and weeks ahead.
Yeah, I think those, I mean, what is it since we've been at these lows? Like 8 years or a decade for Disney? So for a large cap blue chip stock to be all the way back to a 10-year low is usually a decent opportunity. I think they just had a lot of issues with their kind of go woke philosophy, had a couple flops with their recent movies. Disney Plus isn't putting out enough good content to generate continuous users. So that's where they're struggling. I think the things that's keeping them afloat is their ownership of ESPN and ESPN Plus, along with the partnership with the UFC. So we'll kind of see the direction they go. Their amusement parks still bring in plenty of money. And we'll see if they kind of dial down their, I hate to say wokeness, but just things that are inflammatory and kind of turn off half your user base or more when you don't really need to do that. You know, they have billion-dollar, trillion-dollar intellectual property, and if they just stick to that intellectual property, they'll do just fine. So we're following it. I'm glad we didn't have it in our portfolio, because the fact that you could have bought a blue chip and been down after 10 years of holding it is pretty crazy in these markets. But like Todd said, probably at some point down here, there's going to be an opportunity to buy and hold a company that's not going anywhere.
Yep. I'm going to run to the dollar index real quick for Big House. I do have this on here. I mean, I really think I've been looking for a top here. I did not trade that last C-wave rally. I didn't expect it to go up and do that, because you can see I had this triangle here. But it looks like now probably it's just been a irregular flat. ABC up, ABC down, and 5 waves up. So I still think that the dollar could be prepared to turn down sharply here. And obviously that would help cryptocurrencies, so that's something to watch. But otherwise, I'm not a big dollar trader, never have traded currencies really, and don't trade FX.
Out to you. Bill Guerrero says you can't stick your finger in the eyes of your fan base and not expect consequences. That's pretty much what's happened. They've kind of made the Star Wars fans upset. They've made the fans of intellectual property upset with the direction they've decided to take the IP. Disney Plus is not profitable anymore now that COVID's over and people are cutting down on subscriptions. That they're just not putting out enough good content over there to keep people interested. And like I said, ESPN, ESPN Plus, and UFC are really keeping them afloat. We'll see if their partnership with Penn and the launch of ESPN Bets also funnels money back into Disney's pocket to maybe help revitalize that, or taking the approach of owning the underlying, which is Penn stock, PENN, much smaller market cap, just focusing on that sportsbook side of things with the partnership and launch of ESPN Bets. But yeah, I agree with you there, Bill.
I'm going to run a quick disclaimer since we do manage stock and crypto assets, so let me get that out of the way.
There is a high degree of risk involved in trading cryptocurrencies. Our thoughts and ideas are for entertainment purposes only. Please consult your personal advisor or do your own research. Past results are not indicative of future returns. Thank you.
All right, back to regularly scheduled program.
Yeah, before we continue, shout out to Gora.io, Gora Network, for sponsoring Learn Crypto. This is an Oracle provider in the crypto ecosystem looking to compete with the likes of Chainlink, much on market cap. We reiterated interest in them in the last live show around 16 cents, and currently it is up to 18 cents even in the face of a shitty market. So shout out to them. 17% APR if you delegate it to Ferrum Networks Validator. Any other questions from you guys? Charts you want us to look at? News you think that we missed? Fundamental questions? We are here to answer your questions. If you want 24/7 access to Todd and myself and copy trade us, join us at patreon.com/learncrypto. If you think we're shitty traders and you can do it better, then get our trading course at learncrypto.io. If you're too busy, we do manage crypto and stock portfolios. You can get that information from learncrypto.io as well. Usually the fees are somewhere between 1% to 3% for management using a trading API. That way you don't have to stress or worry anymore. Just come back in 2 years from now when the bull market is in full-fledged and have financial freedom. Joe C wants you to look at ADA/USD.
Let me look at, I'm going to bring up ADA Tether because it's going to have a little bit more volume, I think, for me. But Let me bring that up here real quick. We've got ADA. Again, nothing to brag about sitting down here at the lows. Obviously, that looks like a selling climax back there on June 9th with the big volume, the big red bars. So definitely a selling climax there. I mean, we're back near that support. We was oversold as of 4 days ago, down around 25 cents. And you see here where the OP is hitting new lows. While price is trying to hold. So again, I'd say accumulation. That doesn't mean we can't have a spring here before we get things really rocking and rolling. So one I would buy when we turn bullish here, hopefully middle of next week.
Yeah, we're continuing to monitor. We are pretty much in all cash for our Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, BNB, Solana positions. Still have cash available for maybe a trading bag of either Link, Doge, or Rune. That's what we're watching. And we just think there's more downside risk here. It's trying to hold in, but things are still pretty sloppy. Stock markets are still red. We got war going on in Ukraine and Russia. We got war going on in Gaza and Israel. We have a lot of issues going on. Some of those should be, you'd think there'd be headwinds for Bitcoin and gold and some of these hedges. But before people really start hedging on these assets, you do see panic and some liquidations across the board, which is what we've been seeing, I think, the past week or so.
That is all I got. Stocks are closed, so maybe do some chilling here. Loom up 47%. I see that on the crypto bubbles.
Yeah, what's going on with Loom? Who knows what's up with Loom? If you're in Loom and you see a 50% gainer, unless it's something crazy fundamentally, I would probably take your profits and buy back on a 50% pullback.
Looks like an 80% rally in the last week. Whoa.
Yeah. Don't be afraid, guys. Bear market. Something crazy is going on there. Don't be afraid to hit that cash register in the face of red markets and buy back a dip.
Well, for the month, it's only up 605%. Yikes. Link up 21, Maker up 24, Av up 17, Comp up 11, RNDR still holding up 14 for the month. RNDR holding up pretty well here. That might be one to look at maybe when we get a buy signal here. So we shall see.
Yeah, I'm trying to look into Loom to see what's going on there. It looks like it launched in 2021, kind of died off. And
what's up, Paul Bradburn? Martin the Max King. What alts do you think will be good for next bull run?
We're positioning ourselves in the normal large caps. We also think, Chainlink has a decent opportunity. If you like the Oracle sector, which I do, we're involved with our sponsor here, Gora, Gora, small cap, soon to launch. We think Gamblify has some opportunity. We saw Rollbit is over 400 million market cap. So we're in a token called USA. It hasn't launched yet. It's launching November 1st. That is dead press. We think that Cosmos ecosystem has a big comeback. So we own a hodl bag of Atom and Juno, and we have those staking in the Kepler wallet for 15% APR. So that's another solid one. And then we've been part of Zen's ecosystem, ZEN. We have masternodes running. We collect rewards every Monday. If you need the passive income, you can cash those in. At these levels, I would not recommend cashing those in. The last time we cashed in rewards was, up between $80 to $150. And right now we're sitting at $9. So it's smart to start cashing in all your passive income on a timely manner during the bull market. But in the bear market, it's smart to just kind of accumulate those rewards and wait for a turnaround. There's a lot of opportunities down here. When these altcoins are down 65 to 95%, there's a lot of big names. A lot of the large caps could be big winners. You could just stick with some of the ones who continue to build through the last cycle. Cardano, Solana, Bitcoin, Ethereum. There's plenty of opportunities even in those big names, BNB. And then we stretch it out to some more micro cap projects where we're looking for, instead of a 10x, we're looking for a potential 100x, 1000x, which we found some of those in the last cycle. We found Cake at $1, rode it all the way to $45 plus all the APRs. BNB at $22, rode it and traded it all the way through $600. So there will be opportunities. We'll find them as they come. And right now, a lot of these recognizable names and long-standing names that are still developing through this bear market are giving you great opportunities, and that's why we're trading them.
Looks like that's it. So I'm going to run a couple commercials here when we sign off on the Patreon and maybe a course. So Otherwise, any more weakness, will be definitely staying live to try to pick the next bottom in stocks and crypto. So
yeah, you can catch us on here on YouTube and Twitter doing free public live shows. If you want 24/7 access to what we're doing, join us at patreon.com/learncrypto and take a look at learncrypto.io to it's your hub of everything that we have to offer, both free and paid. We're here to help you on your journey. We've been here since 2016. We've rode the ups, we've rode the downs, we've had many success stories, and we hope that you can be part of the next success story that we have in this next bull market. And Todd is getting blown up like crazy. Tell your mom and dad that you're doing a live show, Todd.
They're probably watching the live show. So yeah, Paul asked about Ethereum and XRP. I mean, Ethereum still, it's been a kind of underperformer here. We sold that much higher, looking to buy it back, but I would still think the next buy signal, might be finally a good one in there. Might be finally putting in a good low. And XRP, I'm going to bring up that chart here real quick. Let me go out to a 9 months chart. You can see it's been oversold the last 3 days or so there before we slide off. We're back to what I had marked was previous resistance. So let me try to bring that in. That chart goes back a ways because XRP has been kind of quiet. So that automatic rally line is setting right here around 47 cents. So definitely a good place for Wyckoff to see, and then all this would really just be considered a backup. All this area here, volume is light. You can see new lows in the OPs. That's intraday sell volume, calculated every 5 minutes. That's kind of what the software does, which helps us out. The OP technometer, the OP kind of goes into the technometer calculation, so that's why we're oversold the last 3 days. So I would think XRP here, again, middle next week, could be a chance for that thing to finally come alive and get us something going to the upside.
Sounds good to me. If there's no more questions, make sure to hit that like, share, and subscribe button. And you can up in Patreon, in Discord, or over on Twitter. Hope to see you guys in the next live show. It's fun to get back on here. It's fun to hit these trades in real time, live here on the channel for you. And hopefully you get more comfortable with Todd and myself to ask us questions, to follow along in our trades, and understand that we are here for the long term. We've been here in the bulls, we've been here in the bears, and we're not going anywhere.
Nope. All right, we're out of here. A couple commercials. Probably catch you tomorrow. Peace out.
Warren Buffett, American investor, business tycoon, and one of the wealthiest people in the world, once said, "If you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you will work until you die." But how is that possible? Well, knowledge is power. In 2020, it is no longer news that cryptocurrencies are the currency of the digital future. Bitcoin stability amidst unprecedented global economic impacts from COVID-19 has proven once again that crypto is here to stay. Learning how to trade, when to trade, and where to trade crypto assets can make the difference between success and failure. At LearnCrypto.io, we offer a pathway to sustainable and lifelong wealth by helping open-minded beginners and experienced traders navigate the thin ice of the cryptocurrency markets. Live shows, interviews, coin reviews, fundamental analysis, predictive trading bots, and open chat access to a community of real traders. These are just a few of the benefits you'll receive with a membership on patreon.com/learncrypto. Sign up today if you strive to build yourself a brighter tomorrow.
Welcome to the Wyckoff Stock Market Institute. Our institute was founded in 1931 by technical trader Richard D. Wyckoff, one of the titans of technical analysis. Wyckoff SMI has been the leader in teaching technical trading for the past 91 plus years. Thousands of traders have chosen to learn at Wyckoff SMI for its proven trading techniques and invaluable proprietary market indicators. Enroll today in our Wyckoff Unleashed online course and get access to 39 lessons and quizzes, 8 hours of lectures, our 559-page book, and a comprehensive final exam. You will also receive 90 days free to our Pulse of the Market charting software, as well as our Pro Traders stock groups. One of our alumni says, in 1956, I became a Wyckoff SMI student under Bob Evans. By learning the Wyckoff method of trading, many have learned to trade intelligently and successfully. Keep up the good work. Or from another, I value the training I received 4 decades ago from the SMI. Why wait? Register and begin your journey to becoming a successful trader investor. To get the best experience, download our Wyckoff SMI app and get started today.
We'll see you all again. Sleep tight.